The psychology of wealth. Why rich people think differently. Have you ever wondered why two people can earn the same amount of money, live in the same city, and start with similar opportunities, yet end up with completely different financial lives? One slowly builds savings, investments, and freedom. The other remains trapped in debt, financial stress, and the constant feeling that there is never enough. The difference is not always intelligence. It is not always luck. And it is not always income. In many cases, the biggest difference is psychology. Long before wealth appears in someone's bank account, it begins in the way that person thinks. Every financial decision starts with a belief. The decision to save, the decision to invest, the decision to spend, the decision to start a business, the decision to delay gratification, the decision to keep going after failure. Your financial life is often a reflection of the thoughts and habits you repeat every day. That is why some people can earn millions and still lose everything, while others can earn ordinary salaries and quietly build extraordinary wealth. Money alone does not create wealth. The way you think about money determines what you do with it. And what you repeatedly do with money eventually determines your financial future. One of the biggest differences between wealthy people and everyone else is how they see money. To many people, money is the reward. They work to earn it, then immediately look for ways to spend it. A better phone, a nicer car, a more expensive apartment, a luxury vacation. There is nothing wrong with enjoying life. But wealthy people tend to see money differently. They see it as a tool. Money can create options. It can buy time. It can fund opportunities. It can generate more income. It can protect you during emergencies. It can allow you to leave a job you hate or start a business you believe in. Imagine two people receiving the same $5,000 bonus. One person uses it to upgrade their lifestyle. They buy new clothes, expensive gadgets, and a vacation. A few weeks later, the money is gone. The other person invests part of it, uses part of it to learn a valuable skill, and keeps the rest as an emergency fund. Both received the same amount. But one purchased temporary pleasure. The other purchased future possibilities. That is the psychology of wealth. Money is not powerful simply because you have it. Money becomes powerful when you give it a purpose. Wealthy people often treat every dollar like an employee. They do not want all their money sitting still or disappearing through careless spending. They want their money working. Some of it may be invested. Some may be used to build a business. Some may be used to acquire skills. Some may be kept for security. The goal is not simply to possess money. The goal is to direct it. Another trait shared by financially successful people is their ability to delay gratification. Modern life encourages instant consumption. Food can arrive within minutes. Entertainment is always available. Products can be ordered with one click. Credit allows people to enjoy things today and worry about the cost later. But wealth usually rewards patience. Investing requires patience. Building a business requires patience. Developing valuable skills requires patience. Saving for a meaningful goal requires patience. The difficult truth is that many people sacrifice their future for the comfort of the present. They spend money today because the reward is immediate. Saving feels less exciting because the reward may be months or years away. Investing can feel boring because meaningful growth rarely happens overnight. But wealthy people understand that small sacrifices today can create much larger rewards tomorrow. They ask a powerful question. What will my future self thank me for? Will your future self be grateful that you bought another unnecessary item? Or will your future self be grateful that you invested, reduced your debt, or built a financial cushion? Delayed gratification does not mean refusing to enjoy life. It means understanding the difference between enjoyment and self-sabotage. It means choosing intentionally instead of reacting emotionally. It means sometimes accepting a smaller reward today in exchange for greater freedom later. Perhaps one of the most powerful mindset shifts is how wealthy people view failure. Many people are so afraid of making a mistake that they never begin. They avoid investing because they are afraid of losing money. They avoid starting a business because they are afraid it may fail. They avoid negotiating because they are afraid of rejection. They avoid learning something new because they do not want to feel inexperienced. This may feel safe, but avoiding every risk can become one of the greatest financial risks of all. Wealthy people are not fearless. They simply interpret failure differently. They see mistakes as information. A failed business can teach someone about marketing, customers, pricing, and leadership. A poor investment can teach someone about research, risk, and emotional decision-making. A rejected opportunity can reveal where improvement is needed. Failure becomes tuition. It is the price paid for experience. Imagine two people attempting to build a side business. The first person launches, makes mistakes, and earns very little. They study what went wrong, improve their offer, and try again. The second person waits because they want everything to be perfect. Years later, the first person may have a profitable business. The second person may still be planning. The difference is not that one avoided failure. The difference is that one used failure to grow. Another major difference is what wealthy people choose to spend their money on. Many people spend to create the appearance of success. Designer clothes, luxury cars, expensive vacations, the latest devices. These purchases can make someone look wealthy, but looking wealthy and being wealthy are not the same thing. A person can appear successful while carrying enormous debt. Someone can drive an expensive car and still have no emergency fund. Someone can live in a beautiful home while being one missed paycheck away from serious financial trouble. Wealthy people often focus more on assets than appearances. An asset can increase in value or generate income. It may be a business, an investment, a rental property, a digital product, a useful skill, a piece of intellectual property. The specific asset can vary, but the principle remains the same. Assets can continue working after the initial effort or purchase. Appearances usually require continued spending. A luxury car may impress people, but it also creates insurance, maintenance, and monthly payments. An income-producing asset may not impress anyone, but it can quietly strengthen your financial future. This is why real wealth is often less visible than people expect. The person building wealth may not look rich. They may drive an ordinary car, wear simple clothes, live below their means. But behind the scenes, they may own investments, businesses, and assets that generate income. They understand that assets can eventually pay for luxuries. Buying luxuries first usually delays the ability to acquire assets. Wealthy people also tend to take greater ownership of their financial lives. This does not mean they believe everything is within their control. Economic conditions matter. Inflation matters. Job markets matter. Unexpected emergencies happen. Life can be unfair. But instead of focusing only on what they cannot control, financially successful people ask, what can I do anyway? Can I learn a new skill? Can I negotiate my income? Can I reduce unnecessary expenses? Can I build a second source of income? Can I invest more consistently? Can I improve my financial knowledge? Responsibility is uncomfortable because it removes excuses, but it is also empowering. The moment you take ownership, you stop waiting for someone else to fix your financial life. You begin looking for options. You begin making changes. You begin building momentum. One of the greatest advantages wealthy people have is their long-term perspective. Most people naturally think about the present. What can I buy this week? What can I enjoy this weekend? What will make me feel better today? Wealthy people often think further ahead. How will this decision affect me in 5 years? What will this investment become in 20 years? Will this skill increase my income over time? Will this purchase create value or simply create another payment? Long-term thinking changes behavior. Saving no longer feels like punishment. It becomes preparation. Investing no longer feels like sacrificing money. It becomes purchasing future freedom. Learning no longer feels like extra work. It becomes a way to increase future opportunities. Most financial progress is invisible in the beginning. The first amount you invest may seem small. The first few months of budgeting may feel frustrating. The first year of a side business may produce little income. But small actions can compound. Money compounds. Knowledge compounds. Skills compound. Relationships compound. Discipline compounds. The results may appear slow at first, but over time, the difference becomes enormous. This is why wealthy people often think in decades, while others think in days. Perhaps the most important mindset of all is understanding that wealth is created, not discovered. Many people spend years searching for the perfect opportunity, the perfect investment, the perfect business idea, the perfect market, the perfect time. They believe that once everything feels safe and certain, they will begin. But perfect timing rarely exists. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be risk. There will always be another reason to delay. Successful people begin with what they have. They start small. They adapt. They understand that clarity often comes after action, not before it. Confidence works the same way. Many people believe they must feel confident before beginning. But confidence is usually built through experience. Your first investment may feel uncomfortable. Your first budget may not work perfectly. Your first business idea may fail. Your first attempt to increase your income may not succeed. That does not mean you should stop. It means you are learning. Every wealthy person was once a beginner. Every investor once made a first investment. Every entrepreneur once found a first customer. Every financially disciplined person once struggled with money. They did not begin because they already knew everything. They became knowledgeable because they began. If there is one lesson to remember, it is this. Building wealth is rarely about one dramatic financial decision. It is usually the result of hundreds of small, intelligent decisions repeated over many years. Every unnecessary purchase you avoid, every amount you invest, every debt you reduce, every skill you develop, every opportunity you create, every asset you acquire. Each decision becomes another brick in the foundation of your financial future. One brick may not look impressive, but continue placing bricks long enough, and eventually you build something strong. You do not need to become wealthy overnight. You do not need to be perfect. You simply need to make more good financial decisions than bad ones and continue long enough for those decisions to compound. Your future financial life is being shaped right now, not by what you intend to do someday, but by what you repeatedly do today. So ask yourself, if I continue making the same financial decisions I am making now, where will I be 5 years from today? Will my future self thank me? Or will my future self wish I had started sooner? Your income may change. The economy may change. Markets may change. But the psychology behind building wealth remains remarkably consistent. Money follows behavior. Behavior follows beliefs. Change the way you think. And over time, you can begin changing the way you live. If you found value in this video, subscribe to the Wealth Blueprint for more lessons on building wealth, investing wisely, improving your financial habits, and creating lasting financial freedom. Because here, we do not chase wealth. We build it, one smart decision at a time.